As part of the purchasing cycle, a purchase order is received in one or more receivers. After the purchase order is approved, you can navigate to the purchase order and click receiver to create a receiver and receive it into inventory. This process can now be done using the mobile device.
All right, so we're back in the device, and soon we will scan out our purchase order and start receiving in. Before we do that, I'm going to navigate to the settings and show you my user settings. And there's one in particular that I want to point out called Pick Quantity After Scan. So in my case, I'm going to scan, and when I scan, it's going to increment the received quantity by 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. For certain circumstances that may not be efficient, so you can change that, and you have a couple of options with regard to receiving. You can select manual. So after you do a successful scan sequence, it'll show a little box where you can enter the quantity that you actually received and then check it to accept. Or you can do all, which will scan the entire after a successful scan sequence. It'll scan the quantity ordered. And for now, we're going to keep it as 1. Alrighty, so I'm going to go back to my main menu and click on Receive PO. I have the PO that I showed you through order time right here, and we're just going to go ahead and scan that out. So it says that it's added it to the list. I can navigate to the list, take a look at our PO. There are the 2 line items. I'm going to go ahead and scan, and the first one I'm going to scan is the non-lotted item. This one does not have lot numbers, so all I have to do now is scan the bin, and I'm going to scan one bin, C11, and you can see here that it shows that it put it in C11 and 1 was received, and then I'm going to scan the second one, B9, and it does the same thing for B9. It automatically moves to the next item, but I'm just going to swipe backwards to show you that I've in fact scanned and received 2, 1 in B9 and 1 in C7. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and scan the second item, and that is a lotted item or serialized item, and I'm just going to put that into freezer. So there it is, and we're just going to need to scan our serial numbers. So I'm going to do that. That's 1. And as I'm scanning, we can see the serial number show up, and everything has been scanned. Now let's say I make a mistake, which is possible. Let's go back, and I'm just going to see that my mistake received 2 of those, so I'm just going to remove that one and start over on the hard drive. So scan that, and we're going to go ahead and scan my 2 other. First I got to scan the bin. So everything has now been received, and 1 in the freezer, 1 and 2 in the other bin. So all I have to do now, and I can see that, I'm just going to go backwards here, go back to my list, and I can upload everything in one shot. So it's telling us that receiver 482 was created for our purchase order.
All right, so we're back into our purchase order in order time. Once we uploaded the receiver, you can see receiver number 482 was in fact created, and it's ready to mark as received, and we can see the 3 Serial numbers we scan there. And that's about it. So that concludes our demo for receiving purchase orders through the OrderTime mobile device.